Hello, welcome to the Daily Millwall for Thursday, the 20th of July, 2023. And today's Mill news. Signed or not signed? Well, not yet. Not yet. The medical apparently has happened, according to this. This is from InsideFootball.com. Mill close in on target, but final details to resolve. Hood heavily Leuven star Casper de Norre has completed his medical with Millwall, but the Lions have yet to finalise the deal with Belgium outfit. So they've gone arse about face. They haven't done the deal first. They've done the medical first, and then, well, I guess it's the details of the deal. If it's very complicated, if there's all kinds of add-ons and whatnot, and bonuses, and how the money gets paid, when and where and how, and to whom. So I guess that's what they're talking about. Not, obviously, the club wouldn't have let him come in and add a medical if they're not up for the transfer, so I guess it's that. The 26-year-old midfielder joined the Belgian outfit in the summer of 2021 from Genk and has established himself as a regular starter in the Leuven side. Mill narrowly missed out on a spot in the Championship playoffs last season, finishing 8th in the league table. Why do they keep reminding us of that? This summer, Gary Wright is determined to strengthen his squad to push for promotion in the upcoming season. The Lions have identified Leuven's midfielder De Norre as an ideal candidate for their midfield. De Norre has 2 years left on his current contract, and Mill have entered negotiations with the Belgium outfit for the midfielder's signature. According to the Belgian journalist Sacha Cavalieri, that's the guy whose tweet I read yesterday. De Norre has completed his medical, but final details of the deal are yet to be agreed between Millwall and Leuven before he can pen a deal. It is said that the former Belgium under-21 international is set to sign a 3-year contract with Millwall. Last season, De Norre made 34 league appearances for Leuven, scoring 4 goals while laying on 4 assists. Okay, so yeah, apparently the medical's been done. They've got to finalise the deal with the club itself. So we'll see. Now, obviously, it is Friday tomorrow, and the club, I absolutely love putting out big news on a Friday. I don't know why, but you would think that if it does get announced, it will be tomorrow. And if it doesn't, there might be problems ahead. It could fall through, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, also from this website, InsideFootball.com, this about the goalkeeper again. This goalkeeper apparently we don't need because George Long's perfectly okay. This is, apparently we're trying to loan him and the other clubs want to buy him, and it's up to Bournemouth if they want to sell him or loan him out. So Mill could find a falling target tough if sale and not loan on cards. And this is according to journalist Alan Nixon, who is on Twitter, the one on Twitter who's so famous and so bothered by people on Twitter that he started up a Patreon account for people to pay him money to subscribe to hear and to hear what he has to say. Mill could find themselves pushed out of the race for goalkeeper Mark Travers if Bournemouth choose to sell him instead of loaning him, according to that journalist. Travers is a subject to transfer speculation and has been linked to a move away from Bournemouth this summer. The 24-year-old goalkeeper has attracted interest from Championship clubs, with Stoke City and Millwall especially keen. Stoke almost signed Matija Sarkic from Wolves, but the deal collapsed due to failure to agree terms on the contract, and now their manager Alex Neil is considering Travers as a potential option. Simultaneously, however you say it, Millwall are eyeing Travers as a potential option to strengthen their squad of a goalkeeper. Although both clubs are interested in Travers, if the Cherries opt to sell the Irish international instead of loaning him, Millwall could be pushed out of the race for his signature. The shot stopper is already on substantial wages, and Millwall might not be in a position to meet those of fall out of fee. Travers is under contract with Adoni Aurelio's side until June 27, but with the potential signing of Carl Darlow, he could move to Stoke or Millwall, among other clubs, depending on Bournemouth's decision to sell or loan him. The Irish international made a total of 12 appearances for Bournemouth in the Premier League last season, and he also managed to keep 2 clean sheets for the club. So there you go. And I would imagine if we have been talking to him, the reason why the deal hasn't been done yet is because we're probably not paying all of his. We want to loan him, but we're probably not wanting to pay all of his wages. So Bournemouth are probably waiting for a better option to come in, and Stoke has come in and said, "Well, we'll sign him on a permanent deal," which is what we're open to, because a lot of clubs have got a lot. The clubs in this division have got more money than us, so they can pay the wages and pay a fee, and it means we miss out. But hey ho, forever we struggle onwards. It was ever thus. Moving on now to this one, bit of a weird one coming out of nowhere. This is from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. Millwall in talks with former Rotherham and Birmingham City defender Harding. Millwall are in talks with former Rotherham United defender Wes Harding. The 26-year-old Leicester-born player is a free agent after leaving the Millers in the summer, turning down a contract extension. Harding's versatility makes him a useful addition. He can play at centre-back, full-back, or wing-back. Harding, who has also represented Birmingham, won League One promotion with Rotherham and made 140 appearances. The Jamaican international rejected a contract extension to signal the end of his 3-year stay at New York Stadium. He earned praise from Rotherham boss Matt Taylor when it was confirmed he was moving on. He went under the radar in terms of how durable he was and how his availability was such a big strength for such a long period of time, said Taylor, former Charlton defender. He was in fantastic form when I first came to the club, hence why there was a contract offer put to him. I liked him and I really enjoy working with him. I wanted to work with him for longer. He's a great character and we'll miss him. Yeah. Now, why? Wes Harding. I think his first professional contract was with Birmingham City. And at the time, the manager of Birmingham City was one Gary Rowett. So this is Wes Harding, who broke into the Birmingham team as a youngster under Gary Rowett. So it looks like I don't know if some Gary Rowett's gone to him from January when he's allowed to speak to him, said, "Hey, how about coming down here and coming back and playing with me?" Because, or whether it was the other way round, I don't know. But or maybe if he just waited until the end of the season and see who was interested in him. And then Gary Rowett said, "Where's Harding? From the one from Birmingham? Yeah, I know him. I was his manager when he came through as a kid." So this might be the thing. And what it's saying here, what the manager just said, apparently he's never been injured, which obviously now that we sign him, he's going to get injured. Because players do get injured. It's very rare that a player never gets injured in their career. And if he's never been injured for Rotherham, well, he's got to get an injury sooner or later. Or maybe not. Maybe he's on the super malt. He's a Jamaican. So maybe he's robust enough not to get injured. But this is the right back. This is the right wing back. This is Danny McNamara's competition possibly coming in. Where's Harding? What do you think about that? Good to see. Pieces coming together. I don't know about this Casper de Norre. I don't know why he's coming in. Maybe they're looking for the future. Apparently, I don't know this. George Saville is he's got like a knee issue that keeps blowing up. So, and if you got him and Ryan Leonard, so you got two of your best midfielders, and they've got injury concerns, and so that's probably why we're signing the Casper de Norre. We're trying to, and this guy coming in obviously because we don't have another right back. This is good stuff. We've got everything covered now. Just need a decent keeper, and then we're probably set to win the league. I wish. Now moving on. Talking of contracts for the Ute them. This is from millfc.co.uk. A new Mill contract for Joe Wright. Millwall Football Club is pleased to announce that Joe Wright has signed a new contract. Then the 22-year-old goalkeeper remains in SC16 for the 23-24 campaign. Wright was instrumental in the Lions under 21, winning the Professional Development League divisional title and national final double last season, making vital saves in the semi-final and final against Hull City and Sheffield United, respectively, and will now hope to continue between the six at Campbell Road alongside pushing for a place in Gary Rowett's first team squad. A bit optimistic. Moving on, another one. Nana Boateng signs a new Millwall contract. Millwall Football Club is pleased to announce that Nana Boateng signed a new contract at the club. The 20-year-old, irregular in Kevin Nugent's Professional Development League double-winning side will now seek to push into Gary Rowett's first team squad over the 23-24 campaign. Boateng has one professional appearance to his name at the Den, which came in January 2022's Emirates FA Cup third-round tie against Crystal Palace at the Den. So yeah, he's going to find it tough though, isn't he? With all these players who are signing, but you never know when you're up. You got to get ready because you never know when injury strikes and your opportunity will present itself, which we've seen with players like Romain Esse and Lovelace and etc. So when it comes, you got to take it, and then make yourself undroppable. And moving on to this is a thing called Game of the People. It's some kind of blog or something. I don't know what's going on. And they've made a report about Millwall, about how things are going. Yeah, they've done a report, and we're going to look at it now. So state of play, basically what's objectively looking at the club and what's going on and stuff. They talk about football in London stuff, the crowds, the money, so attendances, match day income, the league ranking and attendance. You can see last season how good our attendance was. It was very good last season for us, but you rank it by attendance in the league, we're 19th in the league. When obviously that's who we're competing against, and they're saying in terms of other clubs in London, only Chelsea and Charlton have seen their attendance fall in that time. Obviously Chelsea, don't know why theirs have gone down, but Charlton obviously because they were busing people in from Kent, and when they were in the Premier League, and that was so this is from 2003. So since 2003, our gates have gone up 41%, and only 2 London clubs have dropped. But they're saying 73% is utilisation rate in 22-23, whereas the average in London was 87, which is kind of weird when you consider we had like our best crowds ever. I think you've got to consider the massive empty seats that are in the away end. So it's kind of hard. You can't feel the ground because the away fans are either too scared to come, they're not allowed to come, they can't afford to come, or they're not given permission to buy the seats. It is what it is. Like, not much we can do about that. The club are trying. Obviously, they were told by the safety group that because I think the Cardiff fan decided to do a butterfly tuck and dip from the top stands. And I think there were some various other ones where people were falling down the stairs. But when you got people trying to run away from stewards and run away from the police, of course they're going to fall over. But then they were told they had to put the away fans down the bottom. So not fun at all. Yeah, that's kind of fucking with our attendances. And then they talk about our finishes in this league. One thing that stands out for me here, and I haven't mentioned in the past, you can see under Gary Rowett, we haven't made it. Have we made it? I don't think we have made it to the next round of the FA Cup. And we haven't done that well in the League Cup, but we generally don't. So all of this, like, let's get into the playoffs. Well, the playoffs are effectively a competition. You've got 2 semi-finals, a 2-legged semi-final and a final. So getting into the playoffs, and then you've got to hope Gary Rowett can switch from a league campaign to a cup competition when he hasn't really done anything in the FA Cup or the Football League Cup. And they do mention Gary out here. So he's got a win rate of 39.1%. And then they talk about the money, accounting and stuff. Of course, we are losing money. The revenue's gone up this isn't last year. I think our financial stuff needs to come out soon. It might come out around the fans for 4 in time, not too sure. But this obviously is impactful because financial fair play. There are rules in place in terms of how much you can spend based on how much you earn. So our revenues went up to 18.6, but so did the wages, and so did our profits and loss. You can see there the only year that we came close to breaking even, we made a 700 grand loss. It was 2018-19, and I've got to assume that was because of the sale of George Savile. So that probably explains why it's almost certain that we're going to be selling Zion Fleming, because if we do sell him for 12 million to Burnley, that literally wipes out 1 year's worth of losses. So we get a free year to play at it covers the losses, so anything we make this year will be profit, and it gives us a chance to push on and try and get up into the promised land to get that golden pot of money, which will set us up for many, many years to come. So there you go. And yeah, it's not that player trading they're talking about. And then the final sentence there, Millwall. Life for clubs like Millwall is not easy due to the fierce competition in London and the imbalances that exist within the game. The club has been under good management for a while and attempts to run on a pragmatic basis. They were very close to reaching the promised land, and presumably they will continue to try and compete in the top half of the championship. It would be difficult to do so on an economic basis, so Millwall have to be smart, patient, and selective about the talent they hire. In short, they will have to work hard to maintain their place in the top 12 of the league. Can they do it? Much will depend on developing a strong player trading model and on the continued commitment of their owners. Nobody will accuse them of lacking effort. And if you want to read this, it's at Game of the People, gameofthepeople.com. It's the latest report. It's Millwall, and you can see it there. So moving on now to this. Millwall putting out a job advert again. Millwall hiring under 21s physiotherapist. And the job description, I've actually pulled it up this time today. Responsible to the head of medical. There you can see all of that stuff you've got to do. You need a minimum 1 year in team sport environment, BSc in physiotherapy, HPC registered, work flexibly and be open to travel extensively in Europe, in UK and in Europe. Hold a full clean driving license, ATT-MIF qualification, and experience of using MS Office products. So there you go. It's a 35-hour week. You've got to work on home match days and both evenings and weekends. And the closing date is 31st of July. So there you go. Moving on to this. Millwall requiring host families for academy players. Millwall Football Club is seeking host families for its academy players aged 16 to 21 during the 23-24 season. The role includes, but is not limited to, homely accommodation, suitable bedroom space, clothes washing facilities, and much more. You can't just put up a shed in the garden and say, there you go. You need more than that. So here we go, Monday to Sunday, 24/7, 365. Or just during the season, I think. Areas desired: Bromley, Beckenham, Chislehurst, Orpington, and West Wickham. Are responsible to the under-21s and academy. Millwall FC Academy is continuing to grow every season, and we are currently recruiting for permanent arrangement, home-based accommodation for our players aged 16 to 21 during the 23-24 season. This is what you need. Host families are required to provide the following: homely accommodation during the season with access to public transport and local amenities desirable, suitable bedroom space, bathroom facilities, one bedroom per player, clothes washing facilities, appropriate level of supervision and care, as well as being able to cope with a young player's flexible schedule, provide nutritional evening meals for the players, so you've got to cook for them. Continued communication with the designated safeguarding officer, player care officer. So you've got to grass them up as well. How's he doing? Has he been up to any funny business? Yeah, so there you go. And you get paid for that. Payment of host fees will be calculated based upon the agreed rate per Millwall employee per month. So there you go. Are you interested? I know it's gone really blurry, but there we go. And the closing date is Tuesday the 1st of August. Is this suitable for you? Have your kids left home and there's a massive gap there? Have they gone off to uni? And is the wife still a bit upset about that? Does she want someone to continue mothering? Here you go, get yourself a Millwall player, rather than a dog or a cat that'll shit everywhere. There you go. Moving on to this, which popped up this morning. Millwall have published the 23-24 Millwall match categories. So they've been doing this for, I think, last season, maybe the season before. They put the tickets into A, B, and C. And the reason why they did this, because I think in order to, there's a rule that we have to charge the away fans the same price for the same view. So we have to charge the away fans the same price as we charge people in the CBL, upper or lower, wherever they sit. So obviously, when Millwall were trying to make it fair, ticket prices fair for our fans, a lot of the other clubs don't do the same for us. I think there's rumours that the Leeds tickets are going to be like 50 quid and whatnot. A lot of teams are going to be really brutal with the pricing. A lot of teams are not as cost conscious as Millwall. So what the club did was, okay, we're split into categories and we can charge Mill fans cheaper prices to tickets than no one wants to go to, and the ones that people do want to go to, and then the opposition ream us on our prices, we can charge them a higher fee. It's not much, it's a couple of quid each, but it all helps out. So these are ones they've put in the category A, which is the more expensive. The Leeds, obviously Southampton, Sunderland, Queen's Park Rangers, Norwich, Watford, West Bromwich Albion, Leicester City, Cardiff City, and Plymouth Argyle. Now, category B, Bristol City, Stoke, Swansea, Blackburn Rovers, Coventry, Middlesbrough, Ipswich Town, Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham. Poor old category C, the ones that no one wants to go to. Weirdly, I don't know why. Maybe, I guess, based on history. But Rotherham, of course, the littlest team in the league, which is a midweek game. So I imagine the away fans for that will be struggling to get three figures for that. Hull City, especially if that Rotherham game's on the iFollow or whatever they call it for them, Millwall TV equivalent for Rotherham, you'll be struggling to get 100 people there, for Rotherham fans for that. Hull City, Huddersfield Town, and Preston North End. So there you go. Those are your categories. But hey ho, where's the prices? Where's the prices? I can't find the prices. I tried to find the prices. I found some prices. I don't know if these are the prices because I don't know if this is from this season or last season. Because what I did is I went on that. I clicked on that little doodah there, and I went to matchday prices for the prices. But it says here tickets are £3 cheaper if you buy them in advance, which I think is true. But this is Mill members can claim a £3 discount. Ah, okay. But this year, yeah, okay. So when they were advertising the memberships, they were saying you get £6 off. So I'm guessing you get £3 off. So this may be from this season then, but there's no date on this either, so I don't know. And annoyingly, the prices are reset, so I want to click on it and hopefully they come up. Oh, they're down here. So these are the prices. So look for the place that you usually sit and see what the price. So these are category A. West Upper 36, Coldblow Lane 33. So it's there or thereabouts. If you're over 63, not 65, 63. Armed Forces get a discount if you're 18 to 21. If you're under 18, if you're under 16, if you're under 12, and if you're under 6. So there you go. These are category B. So if we scroll up, okay. So it seems the under 6 prices are the same. And you can see it's dropped by about £3 for each thing, I think. And then category C again. So there you go. These are prices. I don't know if they're for this season or for last season because they did the same thing last season. But these are the prices that attest to the games that were just mentioned. And just to remember, I don't know if it applies to under 6s as well, but they said if you're a member and you buy in advance and you upload it to your card, you get £6 off. I can't. If you're an under 6 member and you upload it to your card, you pay £2. That can't be right, surely. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is, but yeah. So if you were looking at games and going to games and how much it will cost this season, find out which games you wanted to go to, and then which of these games you're looking at, and then these are the prices there or thereabouts, so I assume, and then have a little think and figure it out. And if you're going to go to a fair few games, but not all games, if you're going to go to most games, I think if you're going to go to all, but if you think you might miss around 6 games a season, buy a season ticket. It works out cheaper, even if you do miss a game. If you've got a trusted friend or family, just give them your season ticket for a game, and then get it back afterwards, and do them a favour, and hopefully they'll do you one back, or just say, I'll give you this for £10. Give it to me back after the game. Yeah, so if you're gonna miss around 6 games, buy a season ticket. If you're gonna go to probably, I would say, more than 10 games. If you're gonna go to around 10 or more games, you should buy a membership and use that deal where you get £6 off per game if you buy it in advance. Not only that, but then you can go to away games as well. You need to be a member to go to away games. If you're planning on going to any away games, you need to get a membership anyway. Very unlikely you'll be able to just walk up, pay on the door. That stuff was in League One. These days, it doesn't really fly in the Championship. Not only that, but I think last season Cambridge announced they were going to let Millwall fans do that, and they were told absolutely not. You are not letting Millwall fans walk up on the day and buy a ticket. Tell them you're not going to do that because you will get flooded with people that you don't want coming to your game. And then they had to backtrack on that and saying it was ticket only and you have to buy a ticket in advance. So yeah, that's how it goes. We are the pariahs and we get treated like shit. So there you go. And on that note, happy note. Thank you for watching and goodbye.